guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, got an email from a subscriber. This guy is 50 years old. He's been married to his wife for 25 years, 25 long years, and he has two kids, one 24 and 21. And he's writing in asking for my advice as well as you guys, particularly you guys that have been divorced, if it is time for him to get out. And why is he asking that, or why is he approaching this subject? Because his marriage has gone from bad to absolutely worse, and you're going to see in a minute. His wife, he's come to the sad conclusion that she is an absolute narcissist. The marriage has been unhappy, one of those deals where he definitely rushed into things, where obviously she knew that he was way more into the relationship than she was, endured her BS, minimal SCX, signs of cheating, and just more and more disrespect over the years. And he's been trying to make it work, and recently ended with a big blow up when he tried to get her to go to counseling to try to make it work. And so I'm going to go through his story here, and you're going to see where I'm talking. It's not that long, but it's a lot of important things. And then I'm going to give him everything I can to help him see reality and where he can go next. Because a lot of guys are in situations like this, bad relationships, bad marriages, and just nobody should endure disrespect, no loyalty, no love, and in some cases, physical abuse. He says, Hi SSM. I've been watching your channels for a while now and found great information from you in your commenter section. He says, hi everyone. So, serious audience participation today, guys. He needs your help too. Hi everyone. First time posting here. I'm a 50-year-old male and been married for 25 years. A bit of a background here. We got together after our partners were cheating with each other. We were in a circle of friends, and I have always had feelings for my now wife, and I will call Jane. Not her real name. It was quite a quick move into our relationship. I was really happy to be with her. We have two children, 21 and 24 together now. So already red flags. Why red flags? Because he said, I always had feelings for my now wife. They were in the same friend group. So it's one thing to be attracted to a gal that you're, acquainted with, a circle of friends. It's another to have feelings for it. And I guarantee you, she knew you had feelings. They're not stupid. They know, which already gave her the upper hand. And as he says right here, they did a quick move into the relationship. Bad idea. Anybody, you take your time to get exclusive and get married and all that. When a man is the one to bring up the idea of getting exclusive, and when he rushes things to get exclusive and further the relationship, that communicates to the girl, he's really into me, and usually way more into it than she is, and she has the power. So guys always need to have it that the gal brings up the idea of being exclusive, because that way it's just a better deal if it's in her idea, if you will. And that, because if you bring it up, oh, he's into me, and the second they, the old thing, once a girl knows a guy likes them, then they lose interest, that type of thing. So already the stage is set that she has the power. Around the time of our second child, I had suspicion of her cheating with her boss, although I couldn't prove anything. There are red flags that I didn't see at the time. Constant late-night texting that would be deleted before I could see them. Our love life was almost nothing. Intimacy about 3 times per year. Jesus. I know how you didn't explode, dude. One evening, with a group of friends and alcohol involved, she told everyone that she only got together with me to piss off our ex-partners. So, you said around the time your 21-year-old was born, not long after you've been married, you suspect that she's cheating with your boss. And the SCX became next to nothing. And then she's drinking and telling friends all about how she, married you just to piss off an ex. All these things together, this is a terrible situation. Which backs up what happens. You don't rush into relationships and let them think that obviously you're more into the relationship than they are. You should have been out of there a long time ago, at the very least, checking her and doing the homework about seeing if she was actually cheating with the boss, or not tolerating a dead bedroom, or also the disrespectful behavior that was going on that you didn't mention. The problem is that, remember guys, women don't respect weak guys. Guys that they perceive weak, whether that perception is accurate or not, turns them off. The same way us guys are completely disgusted by mannish women. You know what I'm talking about here. It's the same way that women are disgusted by weak guys. Guys that are pushovers, guys who the wives or women know they're treating like crap, but just take it. And many will make it worse. And that's what we got here, 25 years of this shit. You should have called on that a long time ago. I'm not saying this to be a dick. I'm saying this so you can understand where things went wrong, and so other guys can learn this early on so they don't suffer for 25 years. She's an a-hole, don't get me wrong, and we're just getting started how much of an a-hole she is. But you must understand where you're going wrong. This started my downward slide into depression and anxiety over our marriage being just a cruel joke. I can't blame you, dude, but you had the power to do something about that. And you didn't. Now, probably you stayed for the kids, which I get, but it just wasn't a good situation, good idea. Since then, we've had our ups and downs, but generally okay. I don't think it's been okay. Not amazing, but okay. It's not okay. I think you were just taking the table scraps. After lots of time looking at my situation, I've realized she's a narcissist. Moving forward to now, I've been asking for marriage counseling and got a terrible reply of "it's you that needs help." Right there. Narcissists think everybody else is the problem, not them. She won't go to seek help because she says it's me that is the problem. Back to the narcissist. You're making an effort to try to fix things, improve things, and nope. You're the problem. What does that say? I tried again last night and stood my ground. To my shock, she started screaming and yelling at me, saying that she thinks I hate her. It's your fault. So guys, how many times have I said communication is the cornerstone of relationships? And if your wife or girlfriend can't sit down like a fucking adult and talk to you about things without getting offended and pissed off and defensive, screaming, yelling, throwing the dishes at you or hitting you or something like that, that tells you everything you need to know. The worst part is the look in her eyes that I have never seen before. I had to keep moving away as she was punching and hitting me. I'm feeling lost now as to what I'm facing. Do I continue to try to get us in counseling, or should I cut my losses and move on? Holy shit, dude. Move on. Move on like your rear end is on fire. This is not worth saving. It wasn't worth saving before you even told me about her getting physical with you. Her hitting and punching you and all that is unacceptable. Imagine the situation was reversed and you were doing that to her. I guarantee you that the police would be at your house so fast and you'd be in cuffs and dragged away in the patrol car and getting things happening to you in jail that I can't say on this channel. Like that. But if she does, it's okay. It's over, dude. No, it's over. I went through with a lot of things you were doing wrong early on. You know, rushed into it too fast. Accepted things that were bad terms like a dead bedroom. 3 times a year is a dead fucking bedroom. And disrespect, and then the suspicions about her boss, which you should have certainly done some serious digging and checking her on things. I'm sure throughout your whole marriage, you never stood up to her very much or at all. And remember, and you made your mistakes, but she's an a-hole. But still, this is an unacceptable situation. Both your children, you said, are 24 and 21 years old. They're out of the house, and even if they're not out of the house, they're adults. I'm sure if you end it with your wife, they will understand. I have a family member who years ago got divorced, and when they told the kids, I'm trying to be as vague as possible here, they told the kids, who were teenagers at the time, the kids weren't surprised. The kids weren't surprised because, you know, they could see that there was nothing left, you know. I guarantee your kids know that it's an unhappy situation. I'm just fearful that your kids raised in a household like that may seek relationships like that one day. I hope that doesn't happen. But it's over. But you need to go to a lawyer and find out your options, good, bad, or ugly. I know I say that line all the fucking time, but it's the truth. And end it. And of course, she's going to make you out to be the root of all evil. That's all your fault. That type of thing, because she's a narcissist. Everything's your fault. So I'd make sure that you make it clear to all the people that care about you, your family, your friends, your children, that you have stood by her for 25 long years and have tried to do marriage counseling or anything to make it better, and what the reality will. Make them aware of this, because she's going to try to drag your name through the mud. That's how narcissists work. Through her friends and family and social media, anything she can. And if you thought you saw, if she gave you the banshee eyes last night and started attacking you, you're going to get more than the banshee eyes now that you're divorcing her. And depending on where you live and the fact you've been married 25 years, you're going to get hit in the divorce. I don't know if she works or if you're the sole provider, whatever the deal is. And you know what? It's worth it. Some people may say, bullshit, SSM. No, it's worth it. I'd rather be living under a fucking bridge, eating garbage, than to be treated the way she treats you. And now you have to actually worry about your physical safety. What if she loses it one night and she pulls out a sharp object on you? You ever think about that? Go through the divorce, take the hit, and you can start over. You're 50 years old, you're not 90 years old, okay? You're no spring chicken, but you're not in the grave either. And you as a man can find a way to move on. You said you've had issues with depression and stuff like that through your life. I get that. I would too if I fucking heard what I heard that day. You should have ended her with her right then and there back in the day. But you didn't. What's done is done. And do everything you can to have the support of people that care about you, your family, your friends, maybe even some therapy for individual counseling, if that helps you, of course, to get through this. Join a gym if you don't do it already, and exercise. Exercise is one of the best therapies you can get. And take it one day at a time. And if it means you get decimated in the divorce, at least you're free. You're a resourceful guy, you can start over. Your kids are now legal adults, so you don't have to worry about child support. She may get the house and half of your fucking 401k or whatever, and a big alimony. Who knows what it's going to turn out, but it's worth it for your freedom. And I guarantee you there are guys that are watching this right now that have been where you are right now, miserable, suffering, and said enough. And it was hell for years, but they did it. You know, they pulled off the Band-Aid, and now it's off. And with your situation here, it could be a giant Band-Aid with a hairy arm. You're going to be like Chewbacca ripping off a fucking Band-Aid and screaming. You know, if you thought Steve Carell was screaming in the 40-Year-Old Virgin, the Kelly Clarkson thing, you're going to be screaming louder. I'll be able to hear your ass here in Florida screaming at that pulling the Band-Aid off, divorcing this bitch. But it's worth it. And you'll be free. Because you can't stay in a situation like this. It's over. She has displayed nothing that shows any love for you. And you deserve better, my man. I'm sure you've been loyal to her. I'm sure you probably had opportunities at least once or twice over 25 years to hook up with some other chick. I'm sure the temptation was there and you didn't do it. You were probably a good father, you did your best. Nobody should endure this. And I might add, if the situation was reversed and a woman was writing into me and telling me that her husband was doing the same shit that your wife's doing to you, I'd say the same thing. So I'm not like just all about the guys. I don't want anybody treated like this. So bro, get on your phone, Google lawyers, talk to someone who you feel comfortable with. Get a female lawyer who's a shark. Maybe you know somebody that can make a recommendation. I don't know. And go for it. And you're going to go through hell, like I said, and it'll be hard. And maybe sometimes you may think about having second thoughts. Don't. Okay? Because once they get physical, it's over. Because I guarantee you, if you were getting physical against her, all her friends would be telling her to get the hell out of Dodge. And you're going to be okay. But you can't be in a situation like this, my man. Seriously. So that's what I think about that. And here's the thing. I'm sure you already know this. I'm sure you already know it's over. I'm sure you knew how I was going to respond. I'm sure you know how the 500 comments you're probably going to get on this video by tomorrow of guys telling you the same. You knew how they were going to respond, but you had to say it, you had to hear it just to make it say, okay, this is where I got to go. Because no woman that loves their guy is going to treat him like this. So guys, what can we learn from this guy's bad situation? Don't rush into relationships. Don't make it that the girl abundantly knows that you're more into the relationship than she is. Really take your time with her. You lead the relationship, and if she's acting disrespectful or rude or giving you a dead bedroom, you call her on that. You stand up for yourself for what you need, what you believe in, what you desire, all that. And if you see signs of cheating, whatever, you start doing your homework and digging. And if she's talking bad about you to yourself or other people, there's a point that it is fucking over. And yeah, it is hard. If you have children in the picture, of course you don't want to break up the family, break up the home. But if it's that bad, because those kids are going to see an environment where mom and dad hate each other's guts and are miserable, and they'll think that's how it is, and likely end up in relationships like that down the road. Do you really want your children, I don't know if they're boys or girls or a mixture of the two, to end up in a marriage like yours? I hope they don't, but they could, because they were raised in this thing, and so these are things you can learn, guys, and you can always start over. I've had so many guys write in how they went through divorces, the divorce from hell, and they found a way to survive. They started over, and they're doing great now. They took the hit, but it's worth it, and that can be you. You could be writing in to me in a year and say you went through the hell of the divorce, but you did it. And even though you got raked over the coals financially and all that, you're exercising, you're feeling better, you're free. I want that to be you, and it can be done. But you have to have the courage to take the first step. In a way, this is the first step right into me. Now, the next step is contact a good attorney, a shark, and do whatever you can to get away from this unscathed. But try as best you can to control the narrative. Let everybody know who will listen, that cares about you, that you tried. And I'm willing to bet you probably family and friends that know you really well have seen you try, you know? So it may not be too hard. I wish you the best of luck, brother. Right back to me in time. Let me know how you're doing. All right, guys, that's it for today. Please be sure to comment down below and give this guy some support. If you've been through the divorce, let him know that he'll get through it. If you haven't been through divorce, just give him some good words anyway to give him of encouragement to help him out. But he's made mistakes. We know that. I pointed them out not to be an a-hole, but so that others can learn and not get in the situation. I know he knows this, but give him some encouragement. He needs it. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.